What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we are doing a Mihm Cheese guide. Now, it's not going to be super in-depth, just the basics of it, so everybody can understand why it's such a good, cost-effective PvP team, especially for interdimensional arena, Trial of Champion, and things like that. So I've had a lot of people asking what makes it so good, what is actually happening when we're watching the video, so we're going to go over Mihm, talk about what his benefits are, and what heroes synergize with him to get that nice big old burst damage. You've seen some of the videos that we've done on our channel here. You saw what we did with Soul's account the other night. If you didn't, go check out the other night's video. It was a blast using Mihms and E5 carries. Absolutely awesome. But let's start out pretty much kind of like what we do with our normal damage hero guides, things like that. We're going to go over the hero first so you can understand it. Then we'll talk about the support heroes and go over why they are so good as well. So first of all, who doesn't like how Mihm looks? I mean, this is like one of the most badass looking heroes, right? I mean, just look at him. Yeah. But his passives, let's go over that right here. This is honestly one of the most important ones. Passive skill. Whenever a hero on the battlefield dies, so that means either enemy or ally, any hero, he will deal 200% attack damage against all enemies per round for 2 rounds. So technically it's really just like 1 round because the first tick hits immediately. So as you see in some videos we'll show in a little bit, the second a hero dies it automatically hits everybody. So it's pretty good damage. It's passive damage, which is really good. It gets past Guardian Shadows and things like that. His other passive is Energy Absorption. Basic attack targets the enemy with the lowest HP, dealing % of attack and reducing energy by 60. So this one's not really important, but it can be good because if they are low health and they're about to die and then pop that big old AoE damage, it's good because he's going after the lowest target. Again, not important. Shadow Fission is by far the most important skill that Mihm has. The third passive, Unreal Instinct. This is his damage and health bonuses, or actually just health. So 40% health, 30% damage reduced, both really good to keep him alive. Speed 60, not important. But the big one also is Control Immune 100%. He cannot be controlled. So you don't have to worry about it. His passives will go off no matter what. And because of this, this means Terra is not a counter. Because normally, CC doesn't really matter on them. Doesn't matter. But Terra's Seal of Light is important because Seal of Light would seal off this Shadow Fission. This right here means that not even Terra can counter Mihms. The only hero that kind of counters Mihm because of the on death is Garuda, because of course Garuda heals whenever someone dies on the battlefield. So you need to play a little game of give and take and see if you can match up and counter that Garuda. Mihm's active, while not important, can sometimes do some damage to clean up. The active skill deals 400% of attack damage against 1 random enemy. If the target's in the front row, reduces their armor by 75% for 3 rounds and petrifies it for 2. If the target's in the back line, reduces their attack by 30% and speed by 80 for 3 rounds. So again, not super important, but it is a big chunk of damage. It can definitely get through and kill some targets. So, but again, just to reiterate, Shadow Fission, this is our goal. This is what we're after. We want heroes on our side that will die. As far as gear goes, I typically use all mage gear. If you really want to go with a straight up offensive build, I would, you know, I gotta check real quick. Yeah, all these don't really matter. If you were to use a one piece of the mage set, it would definitely be the accessory. You're getting 2 attack buffs and skill damage, whereas the weapon gives crit, which is not important. I would use this and then possibly 3 6-star pieces. As far as the soul stone, in my opinion, there's a couple options. Attack skill damage is a very good one. It's very good. Attack is very good as well, and I would say holy damage attack is a contender as well. I have not personally tested skill damage holy damage stone. That could be great as well, but you're honestly just looking for anything that's huge damage numbers. As far as artifacts go, Kiss of Ghost is by far the best one. Getting through all that armor is so important. Gives him a little bit of health as well, just to make sure he doesn't die. And then that 25% attack is one of the best attacks you can get on an artifact. As far as enables go, this, again, you can play it by ear. Play it against, depending on what your meta is. If you're going against metas where they're really offensive, you could change to some tankier enables just to make sure your Mihm doesn't die before your other heroes. But the really unbending is the important one. It definitely has to be there. You can get away without running Purify, in my opinion, depending on the team you're cheesing. But again, it all comes down to who you're up against. Mihm does have two different skins. One of them is HP attack damage reduce. I kind of like the Frost Eye for cheesing. And then the other one is Holy Damage, Attack, and Speed. Again, still pretty good because you're getting those offensive enables. But I kind of like the little bit of extra damage reduce. It kind of helps a little because you don't want your Mims dying before all your other heroes. Otherwise, it just ruins the cheese. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more understanding about Mihm. Let's go over the options. So first and foremost, to make a Mihm cheese work, I've seen a couple different options. Overall, I think 2 Mihm is a good sweet spot for cost effective without going overboard on Mims. Optimal is 3 Mims. So I have seen people running 1 Mihm and 1 Garuda, so that as all your enemies and your allies die, Garuda stays at full health and then finishes them off with the active. That can be valid, or you run 2 or 3 Mims. More than 3 is not good. If you run 3, it's, in my opinion, optimal Mihm cheese. But then at that point, you get 3 E5s versus 2, where you could build another hero. You kind of have to decide on your own. So what are the options for the support heroes? First off, you have Michelle's. Michelle's are really good because they can be activated twice. They have 2 lives because of their resurrection right here. When she dies, she will revive with health the next round. What this also means with Michelle's too is if for some reason your whole team dies, but you still want to get that last end of round damage off, Michelle's, even though they're dead, they'll come back the next round, which means you'll get another round of Mihm damage on the enemies. So it can be good. I have won quite a few fights where the Mims die at the end, but the enemies don't. But because we have Michelle's, it goes to the end of round damage. The other team dies and our Michelle's resurrect. So the great thing with Michelle's, if you are running 2 or even 3 Mims, is they will die twice, which means more activation. So that's a very cost-effective way of doing it. I would, however, keep them at level, I think it's 50 to unlock this passive right here. I would kind of do that because sometimes I've noticed my Michelle's live a little bit they take 1 or 2 too many hits from what I want. So it could be better just keeping them at 50 so that they die super easy. Similar to Michelle, Sleepless. I don't know if I have any Sleepless in here. Let's take a look. Sleepless is another cheap option because, again, same thing. I think his is a little higher, though. Yeah, so his, I think you have to be level 80, but again, a resurrect. So that's awesome. Perfect. 2 activations. Nice. Carrie can be an option, but her resurrection isn't as good or reliable as the other 2. And her being in her death form does not let you get to the next round if your Mims die as well. So that's a downside. But they can be good going against Garudas because then if the carry's still alive, she can constantly drain Garuda's energy. Now, moving on to the 2 more powerful options. Before moving on to the 2, there is one option that used to be popular because of the aura system. In the old days, you used to want to run 2 Dark, 2 Shadow, and 2 Abyss, so you get an aura, the Ruin aura, which is awesome. I love Ruin aura, but it's no more, so we don't have to worry about it. But Aiden would be an amazing person to take to 10-star because when the hero dies, he will deal 400% attack damage against all enemies. So that's just an additional Mihm proc, essentially. So it used to be good. Is it useful anymore? I don't think so. I don't think Aidens are relevant anymore. The whole reason for using Aidens was for the aura. So because of the old aura, Shadow, you needed 2 Abyss heroes as well. What you used to do was build 2 9-star destroyers, because destroyers, very similar. When the hero dies, though, increases 15% attack to all allies. So you're basically just boosting your Mim's attack. Really, really good. Solid overall. Destroyer can still be an option, still a cheaper option. Honestly, you can just keep it at 6-star, and it would still be good. Another budget way, but I mean, that's still 6 5-stars you have to put into a hero. Very, very good though, very good. But again, it's a little bit more investing. And then if you really want to go all in, really want to go all in, you build 9-star Emily's. Wrong one. Where are you, Emily girl? There she is. So 9-star Emily is optimal because if she drops below 50% health without getting one-shot or dropping all the way to 0, she will increase all allies 22% attack. So that is the biggest attack buff you can get. Actually, I feel like that's off. I feel like 9 stars more than 22. For some reason, 29% attacks coming into my head. I think this isn't. Is it the maxed one? Sorry, guys. For some reason, it just doesn't sound right to me. I feel like at 9 stars she has more, but maybe it's 10 star. Is that what I'm thinking about? Am I thinking about 10 star? Yeah, I was thinking about 10 star. But usually you stick at 9 star. That way you're not sinking too much food into them. But again, if you're building 3 or 4 of these Emilys, that's a big food investment because you're never going to use them for anything outside of Mim. And it's holding you back of getting enabled heroes, in my opinion. So if you're going for budget, Emily's not the way. If you're going for optimal in my opinion is running 3 Mim, 3 E5 Mim, and 3 Emily. So that can be very, very beneficial. Yeah, overall I think she's the best option, definitely the best option. But if you can't invest all that into them, then definitely think about doing it our way, doing it the cheaper way. So one thing to note, and if you did see Soul's video highlight, the endgame PvP video we put up earlier this week, we used, I think it was 3 Mim and 2 E5 carry with like a 9-star Emily as well. It was absolutely destroying because Mim would kill everybody that he normally can, minus like Ada, Horus, Garuda, and then carries would resurrect and just wipe everybody out. It was awesome. Building, I think, carries as glass cannon will be amazing. I can't wait to jump on Soul's account later this week, probably this weekend, once carry hits the shop. He's planning on building at least 1 more carry, if not 2. So we can run 3 Mim, 3 carry, 2 Mim, 4 carry. We'll play it by ear and see, but it'll be really, really good. I think that's actually going to be a pretty strong meta team overall. We're going to have to see, though, once people are really pumping out those carries. So without further ado, let's jump in, see if we can find some fights that we can kind of highlight the power of our Mims. There are, in my opinion, 2 different pets that you can use. One is the Apparition. That's very, very popular. But the other one, of course, is the Phoenix, because both of them give holy damage, which is just more damage, which is good. So let's jump into this. Slow it down so you can see what's happening when heroes die. So you see that right there. Everybody took a hit of damage because 1 hero died. All the rest died there. Big instant damage on everybody. Now I think our Mim might die here, so we might not get to end a round. We'll see. Oh, see, and then end of round damage. All of our Michelles resurrect. But see, this is the one difficulty when you have a Garuda on the other team. Garudas heal every time, whereas everybody else just dies. Garuda heals all the way back up to full. But you can see that end around dot right there. Plus Michelle puts a bleed on there. She'll take damage, but she heals for more than the damage is done. And then honestly, when it's down to just Mim with Burst Garuda, no chance. Absolutely no chance. So that's why you have to understand Mim's weakness and try to build around it. Especially in Trial of Champion, sorry guys. Trial of Champion and in Interdimensional Arena. You have to try to go up against teams that don't have a Garuda. Or if you do, you need to throw like 1 E5 carry on your team as well to kind of counter that Garuda, in my opinion. But right here, you see how much damage they do. Ada's a tough one though because she has so much healing, so It's very, very difficult to beat Adas as well, but it is possible with the right setup. See if there's anybody else we can try. Just about everybody nowadays has a Garuda, which is a very, very big downside of running a Mihm Cheese, but it still has its places. You're not building Mihm Cheese to be your main lineup. You're building Mihm Cheese to have a cost-effective way. And see how all the Michelles popped up? Technically, the burns are still on them, so you might have more people die at the end of the round, but probably not. Probably not. Yeah, see. Overall, it can be useful, but having only 2 Mims, that's why having 3 Mims is more optimal, because there's, oh my goodness, Carrie just obliterated our Mims right there. Oh, Carrie girl, man. But you can win teams that are significantly higher power than us. Pretty much like this team. Penny's gonna attack, kill all of our enemy or all of our heroes. They're all gonna die. You're down to the Horus. Chances are you're probably gonna win. It's gonna take a while because Horus has insane healing, but it kind of gives you a good idea of how the heroes interact with each other. Oh yeah, I forgot myself. I should put my team up without the Garuda, and then I can show you a little bit better. But yeah, everybody's got Garuda right now. That's why it's good against teams that don't have Garuda, such as Trial of Champion and things like that, where you can kind of dodge the Garudas, so, and the Adas and things like that. But it can be a very cost-effective team. You do need a full power pet, in my opinion. You really do. I think we might win this one, actually. Maybe? Nope. Nope. Not gonna happen, but you get the gist of it. You'll see more on the channel for sure of the Mihm Cheese. So again, perfect for interdimensional arena, perfect for Trial of Champion. It does beat teams that are much more powerful than them, but again, it all depends on who you're going up against. So hopefully this helped you guys clarify it about the Mihm Cheese, help you decide if you want to build one or not. I can't wait to see some carry and Mihm action. I want to see 3 Mihm, 3 carry. Build those carries glass cannon without even unbending will, and just watch the damage pop off and the carries instantly resurrect. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. We have tons of giveaways. Leave a comment and hit that like button for the chance to win our Skerei account that we're giving away, our iOS one. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.